This channel is going to be dedicated toward solidifying our sales process. It's called the G.R.O.W. We work for an amazing company, a company that is literally going to take 90% of the tedious workload off of our books and let us do exactly what we love. They're going to take all the marketing junk away, and they're going to be handing us clients and leads. And it is our job, it's even more of our job than usual, to make sure that those free leads, those free clients do not go to waste. So we need to make sure that we are 110%, if that was possible, solidified in our sales process to make sure that we are closing every single lead and that we are using this process to enhance our coaching experience to every single client that comes our way. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to do that. And we're going to go into detail on every single part of this process in subsequent videos. This is going to be more of an overview of what that sales process is going to look like. It's called the G.R.O.W. G.R.O.W., as I'm sure you figured out. Now, each part stands for something, and each section actually has multiple parts in it. Well, again, we're going to go over all of that. This video, though, even though it's tough for me to not go in depth every single time, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet for you. The G stands for goals. Every single time, whether you are in sales, whether you are in training, whether you just walked into a gym for the very first time, anybody in the fitness industry has heard, what are your goals? And that's an awesome question. The problem that most people make with that question is they don't go deep enough. So this section is all about finding what their true goals are. So there are actually two parts to the G section. There's G1, G2, as I'm sure you could imagine. G1 is going to be about finding their top 3 goals. G2 is going to be painting a picture of what their life is going to look like once those goals are accomplished. Okay, again, might sound a little confusing. Tune in for later videos. I'll go in detail about it. It'll all make perfect sense to you. But again, there's going to be G1, top 3 goals. G2, paint a picture for the client of what those goals are going to look like in 12 months after they have stuck with this program. The R. The R is my least favorite section, but it is insanely necessary. The R takes them off of this optimistic pedestal that you have put them on when you went over all their goals and you painted this beautiful picture for them, and it knocks them right back down to earth, because the R stands for realistic or reality. What is the realistic reason that you haven't achieved these goals as of now? Why are you not already where you want to be? Okay, there's 2 parts in the R as well. The first is the obstacles. What obstacles have you ran into at this point in time that haven't made this a reality for you yet? Why are you not already where you want to be? And then G2 is going to be painting a picture, but it's going to go in the complete opposite direction of G. It's going to be painting a picture of what their life is going to look like in 12 months if they continue down the path that they are on right now and do not achieve the goals that they already talked about up in G1. So if they talked about 3 super high goals that they want to get, and all this pain-free and lose weight and get stronger, and I want to spend more time with the kids, and I want to have more energy and all this stuff, we're going to take it in the complete opposite direction and say, this is what your life's going to look like if you don't hit these goals. We're going to get into more detail on this. This is the most difficult section for a lot of people, myself included, because I am all about bringing people up and optimism and all that stuff. And this really feels like you're doing nothing but just tearing people down. So again, bear with me. It is not as bad as it sounds, but it is insanely necessary. Might be one of the most necessary sections of this entire process. The O stands for options, okay? What options? What do you need from us as your coach? What can we offer you to make sure that every goal that you have set for yourself up in G1 becomes a reality? Do you need knowledge? Done. We got it. Do you need a plan? Boom. I'm going to give it to you. Do you need a routine? I'm going to tell you what a great routine is. We're going to work on it together. It's a game plan. It's working together, brainstorming back and forth and coming up with a game plan that makes them feel like they can do this with you in their corner. So you're going over all the options that you're going to offer them to make sure that everything they said in G1 and G2 becomes a reality. The W, the name for W kind of goes a little off and on. I like to refer to it as wow. Some people like to refer to it as wish. Doesn't really matter what you refer to it as. It's the price presentation, okay? Now this part, people tend to have a difficult time with. Again, we're gonna go into more depth on it later and why they have a difficult time with it and what the biggest obstacles are and what we can do to overcome it. But what it is this is where we really hammer down and we say, all right, everything that we talked about in G and everything we talked about in O, and truthfully, everything we talked about in R, okay? We're gonna wrap them all together. Based on everything you told us, these are the packages that we have, that we offer you. And then you, as the professional coach, are going to recommend your option to them. Yes, we have multiple options. Yes, they are all amazing packages. And yes, given the right guidance, they can succeed on any of them. But there is always going to be an option that you as their coach thinks, based on everything you told me, this is the one that I think is for you. This is where I think you're going to find the most benefit. And yeah, it's going to change from person to person every now and again. And again, we're going to go more in depth on the price presentation and how to absolutely close your clients on this presentation. But if you follow G.R.O.W. and you follow it the way that we're going to lay out for you here in the next couple videos, it will make it so the only way that a client of yours walks out that door or shuts down their computer or hangs up the phone or however you're presenting that call to them, the only way that they can say no is by telling you they're not that serious, they were lying to you the whole time, or literally just hanging up on you or walking away from you, okay? Now this process works amazing in person, but the really cool thing about it is it works just as well over the phone or on a video call. Through text message, not as much, but it can be done. And we're going to talk about all that stuff. So stick with us. And we've already taken the marketing out of it for you. Now we're going to hand you the keys to the perfect sales system. So stick with us here at Ignite. Keep paying attention, subscribe to the channel so you're up to date every single time that we update it. And we will make it so that you are closing every single lead that we send your way and every single client that we send your way. You're going to build that rapport with them through this process, and through your coaching together and your training together, you will be able to refer them back to their answers on this and continue to build such a strong rapport that that person will never want to leave you.